Hello students, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing great. In today's video, we are going to discuss a very important topic and the topic of concern for most of you. How to remember cases or how to study cases for exam. Being from the legal background, we cannot ignore the importance of case laws. If you are a practicing advocate, you need case laws in order to strengthen your argument. If you are a magistrate, if you are a judge, you need to take help or take reference of many decisions or precedents in order to provide a reasoned decision, in order to justify the reasons for giving a certain decision. For a law teacher like me, we take help of case laws in order to make the class interesting or to make a certain concept very easy for a student to understand. And for students like you, case laws are very important to write in exam to secure good marks. But case laws are not that easy to remember. I know your pain. That's why this video. So here are few tips that I tried following myself and I found them very useful in remembering or reading cases. Let's begin the video. Hello everyone, my name is Meenakshi and I make videos on different topics of law, legal news, updates and all that. If you are interested in any of these areas or any of these topics, do consider subscribing to the channel. It would mean a lot. I feel as a kid we have developed a habit of reading textbooks. As soon as the semester starts, we look for reference book, we look for textbooks, which book to refer, which book to buy, we visit the library, we borrow books from there and all that. But let me tell you one thing, when you are reading a certain case from a textbook, because textbook would contain lot many topics, they cannot provide in detail about what was the matter in that case. Unless and until it's like a very important case, you would only get a summary of it. That too, summary of the judgment. What did the court held in this certain case? What was the decision? Or how is the decision relevant for the concerned topic? Mostly what we get is in one or two sentences, we get a brief judgment summary. In so and so case, court said that this is this. What happens, right, when we are reading a certain topic and we just get like a summary of it in one or two sentences, we don't find it that much interesting. Plus, we cannot relate to it because we don't have an idea on the background of it. What was the matter all about? Why did the parties go to the court? How did they fight the case? And finally, what was the judgment? That is the reason why we find it very difficult to remember cases, because we try memorizing the cases. But according to me, that is not the correct way of reading cases. Memorizing cases would not lead you anywhere. What you can rather do is, whatever subjects you have in a certain semester, you can read the landmark cases for those subjects. Take for example, if you are reading Constitution 1 or Constitution 2 in any semester, you need to know the landmark cases. It's not that in case Vananda Bharti case the concept of basic structure was developed. You need to know what was the matter all about. Is it only related to basic structure or is it even related to some other topics? When you have a detailed idea on all these things, another benefit that you get is you can read only one case maybe and you can refer this one case for 5-6 different topics. And this is mostly applicable in case of Constitution because many articles are related. If you are reading a certain case for Article 21, most likely you would be able to refer that same case for Article maybe 14 or maybe Article 19, Article 32 and some other articles. So my advice would be, for the landmark cases, what you can do is you can invest some time. You can read what happened in that particular case. In fact, I have also made a playlist on landmark cases of Constitution. You can check that out as well from the playlist. And you can go through the videos where in detail I have explained some of the landmark cases in a very simple language. Apart from that also, I will be adding some landmark cases in those playlists. I have landmark cases videos for constitution, contract and some other subjects. Torts, you can check that in the playlist. You can see some videos like that. Plus you can also read some blog posts wherein summary of the case, brief facts of the case and the decision is explained in a very simple manner. Apart from that, I would highly recommend you to read Indian Qanun. Not like read the entire judgment. What you can do is you can see on top of it articles or sections would be written. Which all articles are relevant for this certain case, you need to note that down so that by reading one case you can refer it for 5-6 different subjects or 5-6 different topics. That is nothing but smart study, I would say. So this thing you can follow, that don't just go for those 1 or 2 statements that are written in a textbook, but rather for the landmark cases you can read what was the fact, how it happened, what happened. If you don't find reading cases interesting, you can maybe watch some videos also wherein just like a story it might be explained to you. Second point of concern for many students is we see lot many numbers, figures and stuff. Do we need to remember everything along with the case? Whatever you see along with title of the case, that is nothing but citation. As in, if you want to read complete judgment of that case, which publishers, which years, which volume, reporter you need to pick and which page you need to refer to read that case. It's just an information. If you want to remember that, you can only remember maybe the year, because year is many times relevant. Otherwise, remembering name is also fine. For landmark cases, you can remember the year also. Thirdly, many times it may happen that when you are going to the exam hall, you may get so much of stress that you may forget title of the case. As in, you remember everything else, you remember the facts, you remember what decision came, how is it relevant for a certain topic. But what you forgot is you forgot title of the case. In that case, don't feel like, okay, I forgot the title, so maybe I should skip this entire part. No. If you have forgotten the part also, you can maybe mention in a landmark case or in a decided case, this is what had happened. But it should not be used like a practice. You need to try to remember title of the case. In case something happens, you forgot it or anything, then only this method you can use, where you write in a decided case, this had happened or this was the facts, what happened, and finally this is the decision. So these are some simple tips that you can use in order to study cases. You cannot ignore cases. Whatever field, whatever profession you are going, they are going to be relevant. Apart from landmark cases, you also need to be updated with latest cases as well. For latest cases also, I have a separate playlist. You can check that out as well. Plus, whenever you are reading any landmark case or any latest case, try to keep a note of that. For which subject is it relevant? If you are reading a certain latest case and you found that it's relevant for Negotiable Instruments Act, try to note it down, maybe in your notes for Negotiable Instruments Act, or somewhere you need to keep it accessible so that next time when you are reading that subject, you again don't need to look for the case, you have it available with you. So these are a few things that you can start using, and I am sure you are going to enjoy this process of learning and reading case laws. So that's all for today's video. I hope you found some value out of it. If you have any more concerns, any more queries, you can leave that in the comment section below and I will try to answer that as well. Until next time, bye-bye.